What's up, guys? Don't know that there's anybody watching yet. I'm just figured I'd go live on YouTube. Never done it before, and trying to get set up where it doesn't fall down. There we go. Okay. I'm just out here in my little shop experimenting on with some pouches. Trying to figure out. I got this neon green pouch material, quite a bit of it from GZK. It's thin, it's light, I love it, but I made some pouches out of it that were tested. This is my laser cutter, in case you're wondering. I'll show you guys that in just a few minutes. But I made some pouches out of it that were like this. The lighting in here is not the best. Yeah, they're like that. And these side holes next to the center hole were a bad idea. They tear your fingers up and just weren't good. And then I went back to the drawing board with it, and because the holes here, I wanted them to be big where you could get a, where it'd be easier to pull latex through, but it just was this material being as thin as what it is, and I can't find there it is, draw weight tester. If you don't have one, get one. They are fantastic. They're like 15 bucks on Amazon. It's got a little digital screen that shows you what the draw weight that you're pulling is. Great for testing band setups, but it's also great for seeing when latex will rip, or seeing when pouch material will rip. And that ripped at 16.32 pounds. So we zero that back out, and we get the pouch we just made, which is right here. And I changed the way the hole's shaped. Smaller hole, but you'll see why I made it so small in just a minute, because this material has some stretch to it. It's great, but it's got some stretch to it. And so you put it on the hook like so, turn the machine on, and yeah, 22.42 pounds. Is when that broke, just from changing the shape of the hole. But I'll show you what I mean about this stuff stretching. The first time you ever put bands on it, when you take it off, it stretches out to a good sized hole. So works really good. I like it. I've made pouches with it several times now. But let's just check this side. Yep, same weight. So right there, 22 pounds. That's more than good enough for 99% of slingshot applications. Some of you guys that shoot super heavy tube setups, it may not work for y'all, but for the vast majority of flat bands, it'll work. I'm just giving you guys a quick little tour of my laser here. It's an Omtech K40, uses light burn. That's what it looks like on the inside. There's the head of the laser, and I'll show you what it looks like working just here in a second. Let me get it started. I use my computer to run it. It's water cooled. That's what that big thing in the back of the computer is, that big box that you're looking at. That's my water chiller. And you just let me get some stuff put out, and hopefully that does not fall. Hope it doesn't. And make some. Let me duplicate this pouch a few times, and then we will get started cutting some pouches. I'll let you guys see what that looks like here in just a minute. Lightburn is an awesome program for doing this stuff. Fantastic program, but at the same time, it can be a little tedious. So, it's just a little aggravating. I've got a comment, looks like. What's up, Ethan? And hey, Gavin. Yeah, it's you really should, man. You can see what pouches are best for what setups. Me personally, even for hunting setups, I don't go much over 17, 18 pounds. So these pouches will work for me even for a hunting setup. But yeah, like I said, I got that little this little puller. I got that thing a year or so ago, I guess, on Amazon. Like I said, it's $15-20, somewhere around there, and it works for what I need. And you can test pouches with it. You can test whatever. But then here we go, guys. So I'm gonna make a dozen pouches, and I'll show you guys what that looks like on my computer. I don't know how well you can see that, but there it is laid out on the computer. And what you do is you frame it out. I'm live with a tablet, guys. I'm not live with a phone, so just you'll have to bear with me. For whatever reason, it wouldn't let me go into landscape mode, so here we are. But you just you want to make sure everything's lined up, so you frame it out just to make sure everything's going to be okay. We can actually do a few more, so let's just duplicate that one more time. And because you want to use, when you put this material in there, you don't want to have a lot of excess left over if you can help it. So let's see what that frame looks like. And let's see what that does. See how long it's going to take it to do that. Okay, so it'll take an hour for me to make let's do some math. I'm doing math in my head. It's not easy anymore. 27 pouches in an hour. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain at that, because if you go to buy pouches in bulk, by the way, if y'all have not tried this strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper zero sugar, it is awesome. But, a dozen pouches will cost you, with shipping and sales tax, you're looking at $5 for that. For a mass-produced pouch, is what I'm saying. Somewhere like Simple Shot, something like that. That's what it'll cost you. But this, I had a laser before this one. I had another 40-watt laser before this one, and it cost me for the whole. It wound up getting burned up. So I bought this one, with the chiller. I found it on eBay. It was like $300, brand new with the chiller. And then the material itself, I've got two different kinds of material. I've got a red, scaly looking material and I really like it. It works really good, but it's a little bit thicker than this green stuff here. And it, I can't use it universally. And for shooting, anytime, if I'm shooting shooting tubes especially, I like to have it where I can just shoot either side of the pouch and it not matter. So we're going to make a run of these and just see what it does. Let me wipe this little viewing screen off here, and I'll let you guys see what this laser does. Let me see if I can flip my camera around. Yeah, here we go. And flip my camera around and let you give you guys a little peek at what the laser's doing. This is on, for those of you who have lasers, I've got this in Lightburn. It's doing one pass at 75 millimeters a minute, I guess that is. And I've got my power set at 50% power. So, who all else is watching? Comment where I can see who all else is watching. I don't know who and all that is. I've got 4 people watching, but I don't know. All I see now is Ethan and Gavin. But yeah, that's what the laser does. I mean, it's nothing really fancy or hard. That's just what the laser does. And as far as the laser goes, you can leave them unattended, but it's not advisable. Stuff can catch on fire when you're working with a laser. Stuff can and will catch on fire. So, you know, if you decide to give that a try, just be advised that and will catch on fire. I'm just trying to straighten this camera up, guys. Sorry for it being so shaky. Don't have it mounted into anything. I'm just trying to find a place to prop it. Maybe it'll stand up right there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And figured I'd go live to just come on here for a few minutes and go live and see what everybody was into and what everybody was doing. And it finally got warm enough for me to be able to run my laser again. These things are water cooled, so to have what's up, Long Slinger? You doing all right? These lasers are water cooled. They use distilled water circulated through a tube, and that tube is what creates the laser. Well, it gets really hot really fast, so you got to keep it cool. You got to circulate the water. That's why I've got the chiller set up with the laser. But my laser is outside in my little shop building here. I don't have heat inside this building because it would just be futile to even try to put heat in it. And so that's why I've got it set up in here the way that I do. And too, I mean, we don't have room. I didn't have room in the house. If I had a room where I could set this up inside, where, you know, the chiller was set up, and I had my, and out here, since it's pretty well open air, I mean, the door's open, I've got a side door on this side that's open. It's pretty well open air, so it can just kind of, I don't have to vent the laser. It can, you know, the fan can just blow it out. It just goes out into the air. I don't have to worry about it. But like I was saying, if you have one of these CO2 lasers and you leave it outside, be sure you drain the water out of it when the temperature is going to get below freezing. Because if you don't, it will freeze and bust that glass tube in the back of it that makes it where you can actually use it. But yeah, and I do more than just cut pouches with it. I mean, with the CO2 laser, I can engrave and cut wood. I can engrave and cut acrylic. Just different things. There are some upgrades I want to do. I want to put air assist on it. I've not done that yet. Before I cut or engrave on any wood, I do plan on putting air assist on my laser. So for right now, it's just a pouch making machine, and it does that very well. That I've cut in the past, and those two were, I was trying to make something reminiscent of a pit pouch. And it works really well for that, but the size of the holes makes it very uncomfortable to shoot. I mean, they'll tear your fingers up. So, like I said, it works, but it does not work as well as you would like to. It's just not a comfortable shooting experience. So anyways, what's everybody doing this evening? Ethan, what are you up to, guys? What are y'all into? We lost connection there for a minute, it looks like. We had to reconnect. See what YouTube says here. It says, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Well, ain't that just something good? Abiding by community guidelines and all that good business. Let's see what we're up to now. Yeah, I'm up to, it's been running for not even 10 minutes and it's already made 4. I've been running around like busy myself, like I was telling you the other night, trying to get stuff done before this rain sets in. And it's supposed to hammer us pretty bad for the rest of this week. And I'm pretty excited though. I should be getting my order from Precise in, so that's going to be exciting when it gets here. I'm excited to try that new latex color they've got. And it's a new formulation too. I'm not shot Precise in a long time, so I'm anxious to give that a go. For a while, I don't know if it's still the case. Sniper Sling or one of the others may have bumped it off the fastest latex on Earth list, but for a long time, Precise, the 3rd generation Precise in .55 yellow was the fastest latex on the planet. Or so I was told by a pile of people who know more about it than I do. So I'm excited to see what this new formulation has to offer. That'll be really, really interesting to see and interesting to find out about whether that's the truth or not. And, yeah, I'm just excited to be able to make some pouches because I was running low. Pouches. I didn't have many because I say I didn't have many. I have a bunch, but like I said, I mean, this is like a 4th of the pile of those that I made with those side holes cut out. I thought they were going to be great, and they are good. They're just, I mean, yeah, they're shootable, but they'll tear your fingers about off. But anyways, guys, that's what I'm doing. Just figured I'd go live on here, talk to you. Maybe I can do some more of this when I'm shooting or something like that. But anyway, I hope y'all have a good rest of your evening. Talk to you later. I don't know how to. I do not know how to end this. So